I'm Costa from Car Focus, helping you decide what car to buy next. In this video, I do a quick, short comparison of the Ford Ranger Sport versus the VW Amarok Style. They are both the 3-litre V6 diesel engine cars, and I've got to be really honest with you, I had to go through about 43 different features of these cars. I try to pick out the ones that were most relevant, the ones that you'd probably want to know about. I'm going to give you my 6 trump points where the Ranger trumps the VW, and I'll give you my 6 trump points where the Amarok trumps the Ranger. Stay tuned because it was a really interesting comparison. The 6 things where the Ranger trumped the Amarok was the tray length, and we're talking small differences here, just 26 millimeters longer. The Ranger Sport comes standard with the electric brake controller, where in the Amarok you've got to option it in. In the Ranger Sport, you get the roof rails standard. In addition, here in Australia, you get 6 years more roadside assists in the Rangers for a total of 7 years versus the Amarok 1-year roadside assistance. Cap price servicing in Australia on the Ford Ranger is also more affordable than the Amarok, to the tune of about $250 cheaper to service your Ranger. And lastly, the GVM on the Ranger is slightly lower, 70 kilograms lower, meaning that in theory, you could load that little bit more into your Ranger when you're going on a long trip versus the Amarok. The 6 things that I managed to find where the Amarok trumps the Ranger. Firstly, here in Australia was the price, not a massive difference, just about $1,000 price difference, where the Amarok is slightly better. The payload too on the Amarok, what you can load on the tub, was 15 kilograms better than the Ranger. The 360-degree view camera, which has to be optioned in via one of the packs on the Ranger, comes standard on the Amarok. The dynamic high beam on the headlights is standard on the Amarok. The self-park system, or the park assist system that you get on the Amarok, is standard, allowing the car to park itself. And lastly, it does have larger digital displays. So both the instrument cluster and the center radio digital clusters are bigger in the Amarok. If you want a little bit of opinion, I'm happy to share it with you, but keeping in mind, it's just my thoughts. Looking at the front styling of the two vehicles, I have to say that the Amarok looks very slick, very modern. But when I look over to the Ranger, it's got that whole F-150 look, it's got that whole truck look, the C-clamp headlights, and I got to say, I think I do prefer the front styling of the Ranger. On the side styling of the vehicles, with the Amarok style that we have here today, they've used a fair bit of chrome through the car. They've put in the side step, in the door handles, in the mirrors, and as well as across here. They've also done a fair splash of chrome on the sports bar, and again on the alloy wheels. The side styling on the Ranger, and keep in mind this depends heavily on color. The white Amarok and the silver work really well. The dark gray on the Ranger with all the black. The Sport does get everything blacked out. The black and the grey looks sensational. I love the way the sports bar integrates well with the vehicle, and for that reason, mainly because of the sports bar and the styling of the sports bar, I'm going to give the Ranger the best styling from the side. Looking at the back styling of the vehicle, Ranger and Amarok have a very similar handle here. They both have a prominent badge at the back. They both have the tow ball and the controllers. Both of them are embossed with their respective names, Ranger and Amarok. And with the Ranger, you get the blacked out badges. The main difference for me is the tail lights, where these kind of C-clamp inwards like this. And that's probably the main difference in the styling between the two vehicles. The rear styling of the Amarok, again, you got the embossed Amarok, the prominent VW sign, the release handle and the high-mounted stoplight. You've got silver badging for the 4Motion and the V6, and you've got the continuation of the chrome running through the back of the bumper. But my favorite part of the Amarok is definitely these rear tail lights, the way they've been designed and the way they've still got some of that body color splashed in over there. For me, Amarok takes the styling on the back. Lastly, I had a look at the interior of the Amarok and the Ranger. The Ranger has got a leather finish on the interior. The Amarok, though, has a leather and velour finish on the interior. And I have to say that climbing into the Amarok did have a nicer, softer, more comfortable feel. And for that reason, my pick for interior is the Amarok. hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned for more comparison videos, as well as more walkthroughs on cars that you might want to buy. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.